So you know that moment where you're sitting there and you're trying to record something that Digital Extreme themselves can't really be bothered to add to their own news terminal after 2 hours? Yeah. Nightwave Nora's Mix Volume 3 is coming to an end. For some weird reason, they are ending this on Thursday, May 11th at 2 PM ET. That, of course, means that a new one will be coming out to replace it. This will go live on May 18th at 2 PM ET. This is the kind of news that really needs to appear right here. There is no excuse for it not to be there 2 hours later. It should be posted on there at the same time it's launched in the forums. But it's still not here, because the list would get too long and things would get lost. Get rid of the corpus interior decorations, or the 10-year anniversary, for at least the next 10 days and then put it back. Fine. Because they're not going to get rid of the TennoCon physical tickets with the May stuff apparently coming, but it means that over the next 9 days, you're only going to have this week's worth of active tasks. Even though it's called acts, I'm still going to refer to them as tasks. You only have this week's. Make sure, if you want to get as high up as this in this list as you can, to do every daily that you possibly can. The weeklies, you have to do all of them as well. You can get between 6 to 7 levels of this. Sometimes. Really, it's more like 4. It used to be 6 or 7. So let's stick with 4. You're guaranteed at least 8 levels of this. If you do absolutely everything over the next 11 days. That would be this week's and next week's, but you have to make sure to finish it all by Thursday, because on the 11th this will be gone. As will the Nora Mix Volume 3 creds. They will still be in your inventory, they do not carry over to Nora's Mix Volume 4. So if there is anything in the cred offerings that you want to buy, Nayatan can be pretty good if you don't have a lot. It's the only way to get them, and you do get them in groupings of 5. Built-to-Roken reactors or built-to-Roken catalysts. There is Kuva, there is different helmets in here to buy, augments if you don't have them, landing craft decorations. There is also, of course, the Wolf Beacon, which was here last week and hopefully will return next week, considering next week will be the last week. When this resets... Oh, that's a good question. What date is the reset? 8th, I believe it is. Yeah, because it reset on the 1st, so it will be the 8th. And yes, I know technically it's the 7th, but it's the week starting the 8th. Because it starts on the Monday. So it's the week starting from Monday onwards. Digital Extreme put this the UTC on it, not me. Because they keep putting it as reset at UTC. So that's the time we go by, and considering that's midnight, that's why that's dated like that. Anyway. Which means you only have this week to pick up things that you want, and next week to pick up things that you want from this. After that, all you will be able to do with these is sell them for credits, sadly. So basically, if you are sitting around 22, 23 and you want to get your Umbra Former, that's good and all. Umbra Former slightly better. You basically have to do everything for the next 11 days on this. Because that is a guaranteed level from that, and these should get you at least 4. Yeah, these are guaranteed 4. That should guarantee you a 5th one. So technically it would be 9 levels in total you can get between... Yeah, so if you are even 21, you can still just get your Umbra Forma before this ends, but you have to complete everything. And make sure to spend all of your Nora's Mix Volume 3 creds. They do not carry over to Volume 4. Can confirm, because did go in and have a look, the new Hero of Deviri display that is going to be a reward. It's a display, so it's a landing craft decoration. Will in fact be completely different to the one that just dropped from Twitch, which is the Cave community display. It's going to be similar because the hero is on the back of a loyal Cave. Already have one like that. Gene masking kit, a drifter Keeler suit. Most of the things on here are going to be new, some of them not so much. There is a Kaith's Grace sigil, a weapon augment at technically 2. It's more the fact that Crystal Clear is going to be a new act. Complete 3 waves of mirror defense. I like mirror defense. It kind of lacks rewards once you've got to a certain point, which is a bit of a shame, but again, it is a great place to go and level things up. Do it on Steel Path, it's even harder and even better to level things up on. It just, this will add more reasons to go and do mirror defense. And even better, Varuna's helmet, Streen's helmet, they're being added to the cred offerings. They will be dropping from the cred offerings, which is going to be absolutely wonderful because they do look pretty nice. More importantly, the sigils and emblems from previous Nightwave are returning finally. These are things that they've kind of made a slight little return ever so often as an actual reward that you have to level it up to get to. No, these are going to be behind the cred system. So they are offering rewards. And that is great. I'm so glad they've put them in there instead of making you work towards getting them. You can just take your Nora's Mix Vol.4 creds and buy the sigil you want or the emblem you want instead of being forced to take 50 creds for it if you already have it. For the people who want them, it's going to be really useful. It would be nice if this kind of said from previous events, because then there is a huge long list of other sigils and emblems that could return that people may or may not have missed out on. That would also be great. Or you could also put some of the previous rewards in there as well, so people were actually willing to do more of it, to be able to, yeah, once you get basically past level 30, you just get 15 creds every time. Well, if in offerings there was things from previous ones, people would want to play it more, and they would actually do more of these. I basically stop when I get there, and this is a side product of just playing the game. Volume 3 ends Thursday, May 11th at 2 PM ET. Volume 4 of Nightwave, Nora's Mix, will start on May 18th at 2 PM ET. The weird one here is, for some reason, this is happening on a Thursday, which means you have this week's and next week's, and then nothing till, I want to say, the following week, because technically when it launches it will have things to do in it. But they will only last until the Monday and then they will be gone. And with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I still can't believe they haven't put it up here yet.